So the next example we want to talk about is somewhat related. Again, it refers to tables. But in this case, we're talking about evidence that involves multiple columns. For example, you have a list of users and their roles, and we want to verify whether we have the proper number of users with admin access, and we don't go over a certain one. Again, this is a little bit design control to fail. So please show us how the evidence is done and how this control is checking.
Sure. Yeah, so we've got a new feature, test tables. So test tables are something that auditors will produce when they're looking at tabular data. And so they'll need to show, pass fail status at the row level a lot of times as part of their examination and testing. And we've created that same capability here. So got a couple of example controls. They're based on the same underlying control, just with different demo data here attached. So this is a secure development control, access to source code. And the particular test procedure here is making sure that there aren't too many admins. Validate that admin level access within the source code management system is restricted to no more than 3 individuals. And so, just making sure there aren't too many folks in there. This feature is actually producing a new artifact that we're releasing, which is a test table. Okay, so for test tables, we're going to look at a new control here. This is a secure development control. And the test procedure for this, we want to validate that admin level access within the source code management system is restricted to no more than 3 individuals. So the evidence we're going to get is evidence from a source code management system, in this case, GitHub, and we're just going to count admins. That's basically what this test procedure does. And when a auditor is doing this, they would typically take that kind of tabular data. They would actually have a table and they would count these things up, highlighting rows. And then if you exceeded the number, it would indicate that. And as you can see, what we're expecting in this one is it's actually going to fail because we have too many admins. Just like in site sources, we get this rich set of information, but now we're also going to get one additional thing, which is a test table. And you can see here, it's flagging this, and you can see a particular piece of evidence does fail. It says the evidence, blah, 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 failed due to the number of users with admin level access exceeding the threshold of 3. So let's see how this is presented. We can open up this test table and we can see, so it has this kind of high level title for it. And then it gets right to the point and says that we expected less than or equal to 3 of these things, and we actually got 4. The thing that's very cool is this less than or equal to 3 is based on that natural language that actually exists within the test procedure. So if I, had written it a different way, changed the number, etc., this system will pick up those nuances and then it will ultimately break this down so that it's looking for whatever the threshold is, counting things, comparing things, and then we'll give you the detailed breakdown. So you can see here, it says, here's your test procedure. Validate that admin level access within the source code management system is restricted to no more than 3 individuals. We've actually got a link over to the evidence if we want to go look at it. And then we've got the table, and it's going to highlight the folks who had admin enabled. And sure enough, there's 4 of those. And so we can see, okay, I've exceeded the number, and that's why I've got this problem. This thing will also work with other scenarios. So it'll work with percentage-based scenarios as well. So you can word it, in terms of, no more than 5% of users should be admins. You can also use other natural language like everyone or all users should have such and such. And then it produces these results again in a way that shows all of the detail that is up to the requirements that an auditor would need from a test table.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. And again, this is a really, really detailed working paper with specific details, so you can go and start fixing the issues right away. The beauty again is that you enter the test procedure as if you're discussing it with another human being, either a GRC person or an auditor, and then the model can follow through and specifically find out what are the errors. So we're not just checking whether the evidence have been uploaded, but we unpacked, we look at the context of the content of the evidence, and we make sure that it really matches the requirement. So the model does a very detailed examination of the control effectiveness.
That's right.
Okay, thank you so much, Nick. This was really helpful. Those were two really excited features that you're going to see in the next version of the product is coming out. Again, this is George and Nick from Trustero. Thank you so much for joining us. Come back next time. So we're going to talk about even more exciting features, how we can use AI to optimize the efficiency of the effectiveness of your governance, risk, and compliance program. Thank you.